How's everybody doing? This is Jake again with SeemsGoodMagic.com, doing another Innistrad Dark Ascension draft. We opened a Seance, which it might be the best rare out of Dark Ascension for limited. Let's see here. Actual cards that we can pick. There's Strangleroot Geist. There's a lot of green in this pack, obviously. Dawn Treader Elk, Gravetiller Worm. They're all really great cards. Diagraph Captain would let us do zombies right off the start, which is a powerful strategy, and if you don't get the captains, it's hard to do it. Gather the Townsfolk is good. Screeching Scab is okay. Stormbound Geist I like. The no blocks can be a hindrance. I think I'm going to end up with the Diagraph Captain here. Strangleroot Geist is just a little too green to first pick, and Diagraph Captain at least allows us to have a Lord for a strategy that can be really powerful. There's Reap the Seagraph, Shriek Geist. I think I have more respect for this card now. These go late, I think. Nobody can really. I don't think anybody is. Out of this pack, I don't think it's pickable over, Soul Caesar or Divination, even. Black Cat's good, and it's like at least in theme and a zombie. We might as well start cutting black. We already passed some pretty good blue cards, so Shriekgeist actually loses a lot of value when there's already a Stormgeist going around, or a Stormbound Geist going around. Soul Caesar is good, but I feel like if we're able to, we might be able to just pick up some good removal in black and be able to just kill Soul Caesars. The other option, of course, is to get cards like Sensory Deprivation in the last pack, which just pretty much neuter Soul Caesar. Okay, well, there's a Grave Purge or the Torturer. I don't like either of them. There's Strangleroot Geist here, Young Wolf, Deserter, kind of late. I think this card is actually really, really good, and it's the equipment like Butcher's Cleaver and stuff like that, where people just think there's no real out to it in the main deck. Here's a card that you can play in your main deck and, have an out to those cards. I don't know that I'm Evolving Wilds ready to do that yet. I might pick up the Geist and we might change colors at this point. Just have to see what we get. Another Soul Caesar, Dawn Treader Elk. Lots of open red cards. And Fires of Undeath. Oh no, what did I even pick? Oh, I got the Dawn Treader Elk. Well, it was destined to be, I guess. I can take Scorned Villager here. I just have to, pretty much start picking up as much green as I can if I'm going to push myself into green at this point. So I think I will take it. There's the Beast. There's also Rack with Madness. Red has been pretty open. I really wanted to pick up that Fires of Undeath, actually. Let's see. I think I'll end up with the Rack with Madness. That card's pretty good. Kills a lot of stuff. Another Dawn Treader Elk. This is not my opening pack. Okay. There's a couple Zoms if we still wanted to go that way, but I think we're pretty much out of it by now. I think it's gonna end up being Dawn Treader Elk. Hunger of the Howl pack is obviously really good for this deck at where I'm standing with it now, but none of the zombies or that Torturer really want me to push black, so I think I'm out of it. I'll just hide black. And we might switch our secondary color, but yeah, we're getting too much good green to not want to stick with it. Excuse me. I guess I value Recluse a little higher than Crushing Vines, even though Crushing Vines is a trick. Recluse can kill our opponents too, so I think it's the Recluse for me. I wish I wouldn't have passed that first pack Strangleroot Geist now. We are kind of full in the 2-drop, so this is my first pack. Okay, well, I don't think I need a third one, so I'm going to take the Hunger here. That was a nice foil, though. Let's see. Yeah, we got a lot of 2-drops already. We definitely want some 3-drops. Stuff like, I think Riot Devils will be good for us, Kessig Wolf. I don't know. There's been a lot of open blue, but I feel like the Thought Scour might be better. There's a potential that I can go blue-green self-mill, so I'm going to take the Thought Scour here. Yeah, and Traveler's Instincts plays well with that. So we just need some real bombs. Pick up the Russet Wolves. With the 2 Dawn Treader Elk, I think I'm okay to actually have a splash here. I doubt that the Haunted Fengraph's going to make our deck. This isn't really the deck for Fengraph, I don't think. I know I've played it in the past, and it works well in the right kind of deck. Like, things where, if we had Maulers and stuff, maybe it makes the deck, because then you're kind of pruning your graveyard of the things you don't want to be picking back up from it. If we actually, because we have the Tracker's Instinct, Mauler is kind of a high pick for us, and Stitch Drake. Out of this pack, Burial Rites is good. Another 2-drop. Can pick up Delver. I really don't know that I like Delver in this deck. There's also a Silent Departure. Viper's good, but this might not be the deck for Silent Departure, but I think I'm going to pick it up here just because out of this pack nothing is really standing out as amazing. There's a Geist Flame obviously, but Ranger's Guile is legitimate too. I think of first pick Silent Departure. If we're truly going to end up doing self-mill, Silent Departure is the one I want. Fixer here. Forbidden Alchemy, which helps us to do a self-mill style deck. That's not really a good enough fixer for what we want to be doing. Do I high pick Alchemy here? Ambush Viper's okay. I really am hurting for 3-drops, so I'm hoping that I get some Villagers passed to me. Ugh. Alright, well, I'll take the Mauler here. This is unsettling. Alright, well, I don't mind Invisible Stalker. If we pick up Wreath of Geist, Invisible Stalker gets better. The other blue player that is most likely going to have to take this then. Mausoleum Guard's really good. And Fester Hideboar is good too. But I know I'm already really full up on 2-drops, but Invisible Stalker is just, of course we're getting more for the strategy. Assistant over Apprentice, I think. Geist may not end up making the deck, but no, I think it will, just because it's, you have 2 there, 2 creatures, and even on defense, like if you drop it second turn, it swings a couple times, and then you can hang back on defense, chump with it once, or even trade something, and then get another trade out of it before it's in your graveyard for good. Let's see, there's a Mulch or an Armored Scab. We are definitely in the... We need these 3-drops. So we're definitely in the market for Armored Scabs. I wish I would have picked up Screeching Scabs, but I'm not like all in on the self-mill. I'm just hoping that I get something that will push me into it. I would accept like a Knot of the Bone and I don't know. Back from the Brink would be okay. Maulers, more of them would be okay. If I got like 3 Maulers, I'd be totally happy. And I'm gonna cut the russet wolves just for now. It really depends. If I get Wreath of Geist, then everything can become like a real problem. I need more higher end stuff, so we'll see what we can pick up. Okay, so we got nothing really for our strategy. Can pick up the Think Twice, which is okay for self-mill. And I think we will just end up taking it here. I've got so many 2-drops. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here. I really need to expand my curve up and get rid of some of these. Another assistant. I just don't think I need it. Not of the bone, though. Oh, I only have 9 creatures. But what I don't need is another 2-drop creature. I just need bigger, better creatures. Ugh. Okay, we'll take Dream Twist. I don't know. There's no chance we're playing it. This we might need. And that we definitely need. I have, like, enough spells. If I main deck the Knot of the Bone, I don't think this is going to make it, but we might splash red for that. Things with flashback are infinitely better for this deck than things without, so... unless I get the Wreath, I don't think the Invisible Stalker, or like a Butcher's Cleaver, I don't think the Invisible Stalker gets played. With only 3 creatures there. Hawbrick's okay with Invisible Stalker. And I'm already playing a strategy that wants creatures in the graveyard, so I'm not too terribly upset with taking that. I wish I had, like, Sensory Deprivation or something. Hunger of the Howl Pack is actually really good with Stalker, too. I don't know. I think I'm forced to play Thought Scour at this point, just so that I have more to flip Delver with. But other than that... of these, I could, unless I pick up more, I think I can actually cut the Deranged Assistant, because I'm really not that much into graveyard shenanigans. And yeah, especially after picking that up, I think the Deranged Assistant can get cut. Scorned Villager can probably get cut too. I just don't have enough higher end stuff yet to justify those mana ramp guys. That's not making our main deck. And we're definitely doing like black splash if anything. I do have I guess I have the guy in my sideboard, or the Diregraph Captain. So if I pick up another Armored Scab, Captain totally gets the nod and I can play a couple swamps. Wow. Well, I just take Mage here because it's okay. Unfortunately, there's a Juggernaut that's really good for us. We hope this tables so we can use it against said Juggernaut. Spectral Flight is okay, but this isn't the deck for it either. Not sure if I play Snapcaster Mage yet. Another Stalker. Mystics is one of my favorite cards. But I feel like this Stalker is really, really good. I think we're going out of green a little more too. Double Stalker is really, really good, I feel like. We just need a little support for it. 1 Wreath of Geist would be amazing. Or we can pick up actually any enchant or any auras at this point and be really happy with them. Moorland Haunt. Stitch Drake. These are both amazing in our deck, actually. I have 1, 2. I guess I don't have the I don't have the mulch, so I need the 3-drop anyway. I'll take the Stitch Drake. Alright. Yeah, travel prep for sure because of Invisible Stalker. We're probably going to start getting out of the self-mill here. Those are all okay though. Spectral Flight or Outcast. I need more finishers. Well, if I'm aggressive enough and I pick up more of these, I can really push myself into like a really cheap blue deck potentially, with green splash. I think because I have 2 stalkers, the Spectral Flight is just hugely good. Pilgrim and Back from the Brink are both like good cards for this deck. But yeah, I'm not like even feeling Back from the Brink either. I haven't picked up enough really big guys to make that worthwhile. Blazing Torch could be good. I'll just take Back from the Brink. There's potential that I pick up more Scab. A Dissipate or an Armored Scab. There's also Ambush Viper. I'm gonna just try and pick up the Delver. I'm gonna try and do like super aggro. We'll do mulch. I'm just gonna try blue-green super aggro. We'll push all our instants and sorceries in. We'll be playing with Invisible Stalker plus the Spectral Flight. Hopefully we can pick up one more, but I don't think so because that was my pack and I think there was one in that one. Well, that's okay. We'll take the Sensory Deprivation. The plan is to be as hyper-aggressive and unblockable, basically. We just want to be able to get in there. Mage might be okay in this deck, but I doubt it. If there's something I'm going to cut, it'll be him. Mulch or Curse. I'm going to take the Mulch. I doubt I play both. Sensory Deprivation is good. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3. Caravan Vigil is good. So I'm like hyper aggro here. I don't think this needs to be in my deck necessarily. I'm definitely not going to be playing both mulches. Spectral Flight, Demon Mail, Hawbrook, and Travel Prep. We have a pretty fair number of pumps. I'll see what I can come up with, and yeah. Okay, so here it is. Just separate this out for you. So I've decided that I pretty much need to play as many of my instants and sorceries that I can. I'm going to move those down first so we can see them. I'm not playing my second mulch just because I think that's like overkill in this deck. Okay, so here are my instants and sorceries. I have, excuse me, a total of 10. And then I've got only three total ways to pump my guy. Oh, I have Hunger of the Night pack too, or Hunger of the Howl pack, excuse me. So I did play Snapcaster because I think it has good synergy with Hunger, Travel Prep, stuff like that. I'll probably end up playing 1 Plains, 1 Swamp. Let's see. I feel like Recluse might actually be the one that's out of place here, and I need the Dawn Treader Elk. Or Scorned Villager. No, I need the Elk. Both to trigger Morbid. And yeah, so I'm going to take these out. I'm going to put these away. These are good together. And Back from the Brink is good, but I think my curve is so low, and without Back from the Brink, I think I can justify this as a 15 land deck. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. That looks like a good split. And yeah, we're just hoping to land Delver and Invisible Stalker and get there with those guys. Obviously, Invisible Stalker and Spectral Flight or Demon Mail Hallbreak are the two that we want to land the most. We'll see what we can do.